We cured someone. Right, let's have a look in the rehab centre. Let's go and take a look at this as I just ease myself back into today's session. Let's have a look. So what have we been discussing? Right, okay, so we've come to the conclusion that that doesn't add up quite. So if someone has +3 drafts and +3 morale, they'll also have a value of 3 combat experience. They don't show like the fully experienced here. It matches up. This is still, I wouldn't say 100% certain, but 99% certain that that's how this works. So this one, and it makes sense as well. So the more valuable someone is as a soldier, the more drafts you would receive for sending them to HQ to assign somewhere else. And perhaps the bigger morale boost, as they maybe are a celebrated war hero or veteran. I don't know. I don't know how that works. But anyway, also the ones that are not worth so much, we can train them up a little bit and they'll gain more. Although if we have a look at this one, you'll see the black bars over there means these can never be filled up. At least that's how we understand them. I haven't seen anything that states this for definite. I did ask the developers, or at least their Twitter handle. I tried to tag them with a question, but haven't had a response since before the weekend. So maybe they don't know either. Who knows? But the black bars means that the maximum they can ever get at combat value would be 1. So I could put him in. It'd be interesting to challenge that, but I think that's how that works. It does make sense. This guy could get some more experience, maybe, but he's worth 3 to give away. Before I decide on those, and we don't have to decide right away, we can hold on to them and decide later. We have not many orders. We've put some stuff on engineering, haven't we, for upgrades. We are going to be short of these quite soon. Let me just refresh my mind and have a look at the assignments. So at the moment, the medic teams are doing absolutely fine. They're on 12-hour shifts, but they're both resting because they're on the same shift. Yeah, I don't think that's going to work. Let's switch one of them over to the other one. That's... How did that happen? I'm sure I didn't leave it like that. The nurses, we've got 2 lots of 12-hour shifts and 1 more. We could do with an extra nurse. Oh, something else. We'll have a look at hiring staff in a minute. The engineer assignments. Oh, they're digging the tunnel. Right, they are going to be out for another 6 hours. That's okay. The engineers we've got are just about barely holding on as we're trying to produce the alcohol for the trauma and these victims. And someone is upgrading me one of the... Actually, I think it affects several wards, this one, so for some bonuses. So that's okay. And the scouts are off doing scouty things, and we can't improve that at the moment. Okay. Let's have a look at the hiring personnel, because I was watching Quill18 stream this after I finished on Friday. He streamed this for a little while, and we were just checking this out. And... was it him? It must have been him I was watching. I haven't watched anyone else. And he hired... Yeah, all right, this is how it works. Because I remember hiring a surgeon and it costing 5. And I remember watching him. He hired something and the price went up by 1. As it has done for the trauma specialist. That was 4 originally. The last surgeon I hired was 5. So that's a cool little thing that the cost goes up by 1. Was the engineer only 1? I think the engineer... I might be wrong about that. Not 100% sure on the engineer. Can't afford to hire a nurse, which is the one that we want at the moment. And I wouldn't mind a scout. But anyway, that's for later, so that's fine. Okay, so that's okay. Let's see who we've got in the clearing state. Actually, before we go in there, we just had a battle, hadn't we? And there's a big battle coming. All right, so we're going to expect to see a load of wounded in the trenches. And I am hoping... I wouldn't mind getting the upgrade that gives us a truck, and if we can use it as ambulances, it will get them down here faster. So this is a slow down because we had both guys on the night shift resting, which wasn't supposed to happen. Let's take a little look at where we are. Oh, and something somebody else pointed out, and I may have missed this, so I need to apologise to any soldiers that we denied treatment to, because we got to a point, I think, when we didn't have too much in the queue. And there might have been someone I'd put in here, still alive, that we could have pulled out and maybe saved. And I just either didn't notice or didn't think to look back in there. But you guys are a bit more eagle-eyed than I am, obviously. Hey, Rob, welcome back. How's it going over on Twitch today? So we've got a bit of a list going on here. We have enough to treat this, but there's a load of new patients coming in. This looks fine. Okay, these are long operations. That's fine. And on this one, we've got 2 serious... He's going to die. What if I switch them round? It's a 3-hour treatment, and then he's going to die. Okay. This is a real shame, and there's nothing we can do about this. This is the more complex and tiring one. I'm going to have to put him in denied. Unless we get some good news or something changes. Hey, Catherine, welcome back. We'll have to... We'll get him out if it looks like we can. Alright, so we're expecting a huge influx of casualties. At the moment, it's okay. Food is holding steady. Resources are fine. Coffee is cooling. No, that's too hot, which means we're going to have panic stations, and the next time I check that, it'll be too cold. All right, let's kick it off. Let's speed things up. There's going to be casualties coming in, right? We've got a stack of wounded soldiers out in the trenches, and we do have medic teams working. And do you know what? Patients waiting for decision in the rehab. Yes, I bet they bloody are. We're going to have to order some bits, I think. So let's slow this down again. I'm going to go to the medic station. Oh, we've got some good news. We're going to get more of these because of the upgrades I've built. So this is good. Seems the infection is not serious. We have high hopes for the patient's recovery. Looks like this could be better. But longer rehab? Rehab's fine. I don't mind. I don't mind that at all. Let me... No, I want to check on the medics first, because if I go on the medic teams... Yeah, these guys... Oh, no, they're on 24 hours. Okay, so their job is just to go hell for leather and get those guys off the battlefield. Also, look at the morale here. Now, I have never seen this stated anywhere in the game. So let's check it out. Healing, resources, structures, units, trenches, scouting, other mechanics. Is there morale? Morale. Right. Current morale, hospital staff. Morale impact staff efficiency. Okay. Hadn't appreciated that. Makes sense. But the thing I'm looking for... Low morale will cause them to tire faster and work slower. Will cause staff to tire slower and work faster. Good. So we need to keep morale high. So definitely over 50%. I think I'd let it drop a bit low during the other things and not realizing it might be having that impact. It'd be good to see in numbers terms what impact that is having. But someone said with higher morale... Oh, nice. That's been finished. You've got more chance of getting VIP requests and other events ticking off. I don't know if that's the case, because I've not seen that anywhere stated. I'm not saying it's wrong, but I'd like to see the evidence for that. But we'll work on keeping high morale, because it's beneficial. Catherine, you're thinking if you get vehicles for the scouts, their work will get done quicker? What do you... I don't know if you can assign vehicles to the scouts. You can send vehicles in the scouting map to depots to pick up stuff. But I can assign more dog teams to the scouts. But I need to upgrade the dogs and the scouts to do that. This is good news. Good news. The bullet flew right through. We will take that. And we will appreciate it. Also, we got an engineer freed up. And that guy is currently resting. And I could put him... into this. We have a stock of alcohol. He doesn't want to work. As long as he doesn't work in there, he's fine. Yeah, we might just need to balance these just to... Those guys are out in a couple of hours. I better get some in. I'll wait till he's exhausted. And then we'll switch him out. But we'll try and stock this up a little bit. Okay, so we might need some of these ordering. We might need some upgrades doing as well before the next train comes in. Let's have a look. So the schedule is... Yeah... Food is coming in, that's fantastic. It's the amount of freight that's coming in that we can't store. So I either spend it in upgrades. I think that's the wise thing to do, actually. Because we're not going to craft our way through all that. Oh, we have to follow normal procedures on this. The toxin did not have time to spread throughout the body, and yet the poisoning was only mild. Shame we can't do this. We need sodium... hypochlorite for that. Can't do it.
Sir, new patient arrived.
Who would think that getting shot is a good thing? I guess if it's in your job description.
Engineers reached the pharmacy.
Let's have a look. New patient has arrived. Let's go and see. So they're operating on him. The one who's denied, I think we just have to accept that. And the one who's good goes straight in. So we can get people churned out, and we should be okay for this coming fight. So off to rehab we go. Now I need to stack up a lot of experience. So, the combat power thing is not, it's just not matching my expectations. Right, these guys are never going to get enough experience to be valuable in here. So I say we eject them because they've got black bars. If we're reading this correct, and I think we are now, that means they can't ever get above this. I think. I might be tempted to put one into C. But anyway, this guy, well, actually, no, this answers the question. We think this red means it's filled and he can never get any higher. Whereas the 3s, they can. So let's work on this assumption, and let's put 2 of those 3s because they're high combat power, and see if we can get that done. Having said that, it's not going to make a difference yet because this is going to be a big number. But maybe we should plow more into that. So we think we have engineers free. Let's start looking at our next upgrade. So this was a sweet one, the hydrotherapy. It's just good news all across the board. Over in the trauma ward enhancement, I need one more order, so I can't actually do this yet. And orthopedic lifts. Oh, that would be useful. We get more slots for medics in those. I've never done the amputations. It would be cheap. I need to use these up, so more so than the orders. I am tempted to do that. It gives us options, but then we have no option but to release the patient after that. These are getting expensive. Alright, this is good. Look at this. Surgery ward decreases the time of operations by 25%. That would be so good. And what's this one? That's on the chemical ward. That increases the chances of success. There isn't one for the trauma ward that does that, I've noticed. However, the trauma ward has this own little thing here that's just unique to itself. Increases chance of simplications by a lot. I think I'm going to go for this one. And we can really churn people through there. I need 3 more orders, which I am going to get. Okay, we're going to do that. That's where we're going to spend our next batch of resources. So let's hurry things along here.
Sir, new patient arrived.
Hey, Wealth of 74. Red is combat power, black is a red bar blacked
operation
out.
Was successful.
Yeah. So it's, I mean, they still get a little bit of combat experience. They're maxed out at a bit, but they'll never progress beyond that. So I think we're understanding that now. We have someone stable who's just come in. Okay, if I put him on the list. Oh, I was looking at that thinking, no, it's fine. It looks, the big skull stands out a lot more in the green than it does in, well, there isn't one on there. That'd be why it stands out then. Okay, so we're okay for that one, we're okay for that one, and we're okay for that one. We are on top of things here, which is so rare for us. We've got 2 wounded there. I'm not quite sure that this is working as it should be. I don't think they're getting... The medics aren't getting people from here to the casualty clearing station fast enough. Damage to the patient's body is extensive but superficial. It seems the first aid given to him is enough to prevent further damage. Excellent. Just a better treatment. Yeah, these things absolutely do need to be in the compendium. So does much more in the game. And
Sir, operation was successful.
Compendium's pretty good. Let's be fair. It is still pretty good, but it does need a lot more stuff putting in. Okay.
Sir, operation was successful.
So far, so good. People think the Major is doing quite well. That's all going to go to shit before long, isn't it? Oh, our scouts are out there. The scout team finds the muggers deep in the forest, in a clearing with a little brook cutting through it. The muggers' camp looks like a battle had just gone through it. There are many wounded or dying men laying in the grass. Many tents are broken or destroyed, and supplies and valuables are scattered throughout the camp. A group of muggers seems to be finishing off the wounded and gathering all the corpses into one big pile ready to burn. It seems there must have been some split between the muggers and a fight broke out. The remaining muggers still outnumber the scouts, but they seem to not have any rifles with them. The commander thinks that they should have no trouble subduing and arresting them. Ambush and kill them. The monks won't be happy at that. Arrest the muggers and bring them to the local headquarters. As Friar Tuck asked, aha, I remembered, the scouts gave the muggers one chance to surrender. They reveal themselves and shout to the muggers. They seem surprised. At first, they take their weapons, mostly knives and makeshift melee weapons, and try to attack the scouts, but a warning shot quickly discourages them. Knowing that one doesn't bring a knife to a gunfight, most of them surrender, but some try to flee. This is quickly quelled when one of the fleeing men is shot in the knee. The muggers are quickly arrested. The supplies and valuables from the monastery are gathered. The scouts leave the clearing with no casualties, leading more than 10 bound men to headquarters, along with many carts of goods stolen from the monastery. So, the scout team will escort the muggers to the local headquarters and then return the goods to the monastery. Scout team acquired 5 alcohol per scout, I'm guessing there's only one. HQ will provide 4 orders and 1 staff. 4 drafts. I can't keep calling them orders. Not after 5 days of playing this. They're finishing the mission. Morale improves, and there's a new depot unlocked, the monastery. Now,
Scouts unit has started a new mission.
now we need the trucks, don't we? So let's have a look at that. How much does it cost to instantly get ourselves a truck? Provides a truck. It's 3 orders. Let's do it. Let's do it now. And these guys who've finished digging the tunnel now can come straight out of there and go and get that assigned. Yay, we're going to get a truck and we can send that straight to the depot. So, Catherine, you were asking how this was going to work. We're about to find out. So we'll see what the monastery can do for us. Yeah, he died. We expected him to die. Oh, wow, this has dropped a lot. I thought this was at 91. Why has it suddenly gone plummeting down? There's no one else waiting in there. They're resting. No one is about to die there, which is good news. And he's not going to survive, so... They will if I do it that way. So let's see if we can get that going. It looks like he will. I want to see these trucks and how these trucks work. Right, so on top of this, we are a little bit short of orders. We've got +5 coming, so that's enough for the upgrades that we wanted. We're going to need some combat power. Now these are worth 3. Do you know what? We've got to stack that up. We can get the orders afterwards. And I'm going to put 1 more in there. Oh, wait, it's gone green. Excellent. So that's gone green really quick. That's cool. I want that to be blue, and then everyone after that,
Operation was successful.
we can manage things. People are staying in here a long time, look. Unless it's not counting these, I'm assuming. Are the scouts resting? Hang on, not the scouts, sorry, the engineers. No. Why are they not working on it, though? And maybe they haven't got there. Maybe they haven't got there. Don't know. It should. I don't know. I need a medic at the cemetery.
Engineers reached the construction site.
Ah, okay, the engineers have got there now. That's fine. So now it's on. I need a medic at the cemetery. I have one, and they're working a 24-hour shift, so it's probably telling me I need more than that. Let's put these guys on a 12-hour shift, right? As long as no one says they do not want to work there, that's fine. They're happy there. When they do get tired, we'll have to switch them out, but I need to get them... I need both teams working at the moment. And I think we can get away with just one team working on here. I feel like I could do with more medics.
Sir, medics are on the way.
I do feel like I could do with more medics. So maybe that's what we'll recruit. I don't know. Oh, right. Save. In case we get the old upgrade bug coming back. Hey, Callum. The advanced medic thing seems to be the bottleneck at the moment. Could upgrading that be the next move? Could be. There's a few bottlenecks in places. It's getting enough orders. Oh, wow. That's just gone down. So this is Eva Deeks. Or Ava Deeks. She speeds up operations at operating wards. She's working in there. She's doing really well. Works much better at rehab. Works better when working with others. Others working with them tire less. Tires significant less at CCS. Well, she's going to be working in there for speeding up operations. Huh. These would be two nice things to get, wouldn't they? So we will... Works better when working with others. She's working on a shift. I don't know if that counts as working with others. I guess she's working with doctors. I don't know. I don't know. I just don't know about that one. Patient is covered in a suffocating chemical that is threatening our staff. Contamination should be remedied to allow the doctor to operate safely. I need the sodium hypochlorite thing. Okay, we're going to have to see what that needs. This is going to be order for the area of the body adjacent to the wound to be cleaned by hand. An extra 2 hours. We're going to have to do that.
Sir, new patient arrived.
Which might have a knock-on effect. No, it's okay. This guy's critical. Well, we can't go any faster than that, so sorry, my old chap. It's nothing we can do. This is looking great at the moment. We're well ahead on this type of thing. So we need to upgrade. We probably need the green chemical specialist, I think. Don't we? High spirit, shorter rehab, and morale rises. That's what I like to see. I love those blue events. Right, so this is going to be going soon. And then I'm going to send that truck straight out to the monastery. It might be something that we can continually get advantage for. Someone on trauma ward, that's okay. You're good. We're gonna have people resting, so it's okay. I think we can manage it like that. Casualty clearing, that's not good. I'm gonna guess that's medics, is it? It's 208. I thought this would be a problem. Right, I'm going to put that back to 24 hours. You have a rest. And you go in there. We'll put them on 12-hour shifts, though. Put you on shift. You on that one, because you look more tired. And you get straight to work. Waiting for medic team 5, in trenches 5. Waiting for operation 7, wounded outside 17. Excellent. The truck garage is finished. Is that access through the scout tent?
Sir, medics are on the way.
So, we can... If we preview teams, is one a truck? No. So if I click on the depot income, it's alcohol. I called this, didn't I? Available trucks, send the truck. So that's just going to give us 10 alcohol. The truck's going to take 27 hours to drive to the monastery and come back. I mean, these are World War I trucks, I guess, and loading time. But even so, that seems a little bit of a long time to me. Bullet passed through. Good news. Okay, so our engineers. We're short on the chemical stuff here. So they're resting. These are on shift, so he's not actually making anything. So put these other two in. So we need to get some numbers up there. Otherwise, the engineers are kind of coping all right. That's fine. Let's go to the improvements. So the truck thing was nice. Casualty clearing. Which one was holding stuff up? The advanced dressing station. Takes a lot of orders. But there is some nice stuff there to get afterwards as well. This is on the trauma stuff. And if I go for that, it increases operation success by 10%, but increases the supplies used by 50%, but decreases the rehab. The rehab is not the problem at the moment. Whereas this side increases the chance of simplification. So it doubles the chance of simplifications, increases the amount of supplies by 25%, and decreases the time of patient's rehab. I might do that one, because 50% increase in supplies is quite a lot. Was it this one? Decreases the time of operations. That's hellish expensive. Production at some point. I wish this just wasn't all a sea of yellow with the same bloody tents, so that we can easily see which line we're trying to work down. This is warehouse stuff, right? That would increase the available trucks by 1. I don't see that that's a big deal at the moment. Unless that monastery respawns with stuff, and then it might be. Production stations. More food. Stew brewing pots. And a boiled sweets folding machine. I'm sure there wouldn't be many of those made at field hospitals behind the front lines. Enhanced engineering. Decreases construction time. Increases production speed by 25%. See, that's good. Do we got this one? So what are our options for this? It's just production stations? That's not nearly as exciting, is it? And over here. The scout team's fun, but I don't think it's critical to our success. That's an expensive one. Where was the warehouse? Was this the warehouse? That's a very expensive upgrade for 60 hours. Alright, I think it's the healing stuff that we want. I'm tempted to pick up both of these to give us more options. Which one is the hydrochlorate one? It's none of those. Oh, I don't know in this case then. You know, it flashed up saying we need the sodium hypochlorate upgrade, but we didn't have it. Tuberculosis vaccination. Compression bandages. We probably do need to upgrade the casualty clearing station. And the advanced dressing station. Just because of the upgrades it leads to, more than the fact that we need more medics there, I think. Oh, this is a good one, look. Decreases speed of patient condition deterioration by 10%. We should have that. I think that's going to be my next upgrade. We'll save up the 3 orders. And we'll get that kicked in. Although that one does sound good, but at the same time I feel like we're almost managing things. Yeah, I can't see the sodium hypochlorite one. I don't know if you guys can. Not sure. That does sound good. I'm sure we're going to get a load of orders soon. Let's roll the time on and just see what pops up.
Sir, engineers reached the pharmacy.
Yeah, well...
Sir, new patient arrived.
These are just coming in one at a time. Extremely exhausted. Well, you better have a rest after that then, hadn't you? He's good, though, so that's okay. We'll put him in there. I think we can save up and get one of those.
Patient is cured.
We've got 3. Is that enough for the casualty clearing? Yeah, let's do this. Staff lodging. We can just have one guy working on it because it's not overly urgent to do this.
Sir, patient is cured.
Hey, Christy Marie, how's it going? Nice to see you today. Someone's tired. This is where the game sort of catches me out, where we start to get people exhausted. I could do with another nurse and possibly another medic. I've been asking for another nurse for a long time, though. And the moment we can't. But
Sir, nurses are on the way.
all that happens is that nobody gets rehabbed, which is a problem if it goes on for too long. Right, let's do that. Let's get that blue,
Sir,
and then we can
medics are on the way.
worry about releasing people. Joe morale just
Sir,
dropped from
engineers reached
90%.
the construction site.
It did. It's dropping really fast, and I have no idea why. Maybe it's... I don't know why, actually. No. It is dropping. Oh, hang on. We've got some patients in. Okay. They suddenly got dropped off. Right, let's start throwing them in. I will put the serious ones in. There we go. Set 2 its surgeons. That surgery
Sir,
upgrade is going to be good.
operation was successful.
We will have to get it at some point. Hey, Dimmy. Is this the Frostpunk guys? It kind of... I don't know if it's the same guys. It feels like a Frostpunk game. It looks bad because the game's just put a layer of fog between me and the city. But it definitely feels like Frostpunk to me. But it's nice that they've done this theme like this. Let's just save the game. If anyone plays this, by the way, if you get a story mission like this that's popped up, or the chance to upgrade one of your staff, always save the game beforehand because there's a bit of a bug at the moment. A group of refugees came to the hospital, asked for permission to take refuge here. They have women and children with them. Taking them in may strain our resources, but many of them will not survive the further journey. This boosts morale. That lowers morale. We need morale high. I don't think it boosted as much as I thought it was going to. The patient suffers from a severe case of trench foot. If not treated, the patient's feet may sustain permanent nerve damage. We could have amputated, but we're going to save him. We're going to save him. Longer operation. Don't worry about the rehab centre. It's fine. We're just waiting for a nurse to have a rest. And then she can get back to it. Yeah, there's lots of mysterious mechanics in the game that the game doesn't tell you about. The morale drop was one, because things were working quite well. Not quite sure what's happened. This is nearly maxed out, so we need to either upgrade or spend it
Sir,
somehow.
operation was successful.
Operation was easy and allowed the operating team to gain more faith. Morale rises. And as morale rises, work improves, and it's like quite the knock-on effect. Okay, let's put... Oh, I should have gone to assignments, actually. Let's put the nurse back in. She's rested long enough, I think. Would prefer to work in the operating ward. Most do. Oh, hang on. Right, she can go into there. She has no preference. And she can go in here. And she looks tired, so let's switch the shifts over like that. 6:51 a.m. Actually, this one, she is resting. No, keep her working. She's about to come on shift. No, so keep her working now. And she's about to come on shift, and she's currently better rested. Okay, I've got that, I think. I need a magnifying glass. I don't know if it's my old eyes, which don't have a problem with anything else, or whether that is kind of hard to read.
Sir, nurses are on the
Maybe
way.
it's time for a bigger monitor, like full wall monitor. Seems the patient's body is able to fight off the infection on its own. Closing the wound should be enough to help him recover. Decreased cost or shorter rehab? We'll go with shorter rehab. for that one. Only because I'm feeling rich in these at the moment. So let's have a look at the clearing station. Someone's died in the trenches. There's one wounded left in the trenches.
Nurses reached the rehab.
Actually, that's good news. If there's only one left in the trenches, that is good news. That says there's 9, so that can't be right. That can't be right. Hang on.
Sir, new patient arrived.
There's... All right, these numbers don't make any sense to me.
Sir, nurses are on the way.
That doesn't... There's none in the trenches. Apparently, but if you go up there, it says a different story.
Successful.
So I don't know what that means. Let's take a look in here. All right, we've got serious people coming right in. Let's... Wow, okay. These are getting expensive to treat. Serious... What if I put 2 seriouses together? Just because these are now getting exhausted quickly. So that's okay. Yeah, that upgrade to make surgery times less, I think that's going to be a good one. Hey Tom, welcome back. Nice to see you streaming Baldur's Gate 3 again, by the way. I've been enjoying the few streams I've been able to catch.
Nurses reached the hospital.
Oh, we've got something. Right, save the game. And an autosave would be greatly appreciated in this as well. So let's go to the front lines. Seems part of the tunnels has collapsed. Luckily, none of the working soldiers have been buried during the collapse. Angus has requested help in clearing up the collapsed parts and strengthening the rest of the tunnels to prevent another collapse. Send engineers to help for 24 hours. Promise to send more soldiers to help in rebuilding the tunnels. I have to send 10... No, sod that. Let Angus clean up his own mess. I'm tempted to say that, but I'm going to send engineers. And these are the ones... Oh, God. We've got someone in staff lodging. He's actually a good one for building, and we're about to go build something new. As we're okay for this, I'm going to take one of the guys off there. The one who's currently working. And we're managing trauma, so we've only got one guy in trauma. That's fine. I will assign those.
Sir, operation was successful.
Expensive. You even doing a stream on the other channel this week too? Cool. Is that like some game awards or not awards, not this time of year, but game announcement or something that's coming out? Let's have a look.
Operation was successful.
Good. I like Operation Successfuls. They're good. These guys are exhausted, so let's switch them out. He'd prefer to work in clearing station. Right, so I'll put those over like that. I'll let them figure out which way round they want to do it. These are just doing 24 hours. Casualty clearing. Doesn't have preferences. 7 awaiting burial. They're just going to have to work around the clock to get that done. We do have a morgue, so that helps. The nurses are okay. The engineers... we've still got one person doing trauma work. Now, on the 12-hour shift, it just means that they stop for 12 hours, so that's okay. We're getting the chemical ones caught up. The guy making alcohol is just going for it. We need to upgrade that, I think. Food is currently okay. Let's see if we can go upgrade something. We have the resources to do this. Xbox Direct with Avowed and Indiana Jones being shown off. There's an Indiana Jones game. I haven't seen an Indiana Jones game for like 30 years. It was something like Fate of Atlantis. Or something like that a long, long time ago. You think the game needs more mechanics for replay value? Ethics, hero personalities, custom building? That's a good question, Welther. I don't know. For replay value? It would need to have different scenarios, I think. Or it would need to have a random mode. Where instead of, you know, you've got... we know that the first one plays till the 21st of June, and we know the events that are coming. I imagine those events the same. It needs to have a random one, where it would throw random events in. Or maybe it wouldn't be like the full 3 chapter. It would be like, what's the word? A procedurally generated single chapter adventure where it just ramps up difficulty towards the end, but throws different things at you. I think that's, for replay value, that's what it would need. So every game would feel a bit different, but it would only last maybe 6 to 8 hours over the course of the thing. At a guess, you know, just a rough estimation, but that would give it replay value, I think. Maybe a bit longer than that. So let me find something we can do. This one costs 100. Absolutely decreases speed of patient condition deterioration. Absolutely get that in there. That is a brilliant one to have. Let's go and have a look at rehab.
Sir, medics are on the way.
We need more combat power. So those two are going in there. He will never get any better. And neither will he. So they're going to be released. Dr. John Curry awaits new assignments. There are 1 patient waiting. Serious and good. Dr. John Curry? That must be... It's him. Well, he's not waiting new assignments. He's got people to see. Bizarre. Okay, so the serious guy's going in here. And the good one... Actually, you can probably go in there. And that looks a whole lot better, doesn't it? We can put people in like that. That works fine. I think. I mean, there's some good 3-star soldiers here, so we absolutely want to make sure these guys get through it. Working at roughly 2 to 1 on here.
Sir, engineers reached the construction site.
Don't know if that's good or not. Yeah, FX hero personalities. The game,
Sir,
I don't know.
patient is cured.
I'm not sure what else you could add to this game. But other than that sort of randomly generated single scenario, shorter version of the game, which I'd really like to see, I'm not sure what else. Good question, though. I know Frostpunk came out with this expansion,
Sir, patient is cured.
which added a few new mechanics. I thought I saw someone come in. Oh, he's critical. It's only 2 hours. I think we can fit him in there. No, we can't. So he's going in there. This is now taking some juggling to get right. But we can do it. They're not resting. So that's fine. Get to work. We don't want any more critical people coming in. Yeah, Frostpunk brought out this expansion, which added a few new mechanics. And I think there was like workers' unions and stuff in it. I can't quite remember.
Sir, new patient.
But I didn't enjoy it. It was last autumn, it was called. And it was kind of a prequel, I think. And it just felt like you were constantly working against yourself, and every decision screwed you over. And it was too much like that, where the decisions were just too tough, with all unpleasant consequences for you, with no relief. And I just felt like I was punishing myself from playing that. I did stream it. I did put a Let's Play up of it. I didn't like it nearly as much as the original Frostpunk. But I don't know, other people might have enjoyed it. Custom maps with generated content. Oh yeah, custom maps as well. That would be good. And also not with just the random generated events, but a randomly generated scouting encounter map as well. That would be to go alongside it. That would be good. Right, let's see. Maisie Blatchley. She is dominating. Morale increases when they work, which is good. So, helpful. Speeds up operations at operating wards. Others working with them tire less. She works slightly worse at the rehab centre. It's only slightly, though. Tires significantly less at CCS. Eats once every 2 days. Morale increases when food rations are set to half. I can't go into the other menus from this now, can I? No, I can't. I wanted to see if she had a preference for where she works, because it doesn't show the preferences on here, which is a shame. Because she had a preference for the operating ward, I would pick that. If she had a preference at CCS, I would pick that. I can't remember. She's not one of the two I have in the operating ward. I'm fairly certain. She's assigned to this, which is... What's that one? That must be the CCS, right? Right, resilient. Tires less at CCS. I'm going to go on that one. But that's her 3... No, I should have picked that. It's the operating ward.
Patient is cured.
Do you know what we can do? Do you know what we can do to that? We can load that in again. I just didn't recognise the symbol. You completed Frostpunk, but not the expansion, Dimmy. Good game, wasn't it? I found it quite tough. But I liked that bit of element of pressure. Right. Actually, this is cool, because if you get offered a load of traits you don't like, but if you saved it just before picking them, which you should, because this can crash this screen. If you load it back in, you'll get offered some different ones. Others performing with them perform better. Others working with them perform better. Ambitious works significantly better. I'm going to pick ambitious, then it doesn't matter where she works. That's cool. I like that. I think did I try to complete the DLC for Frostpunk and failed? Or got to the end and just didn't enjoy it? I definitely didn't enjoy it so much, though. Shorter rehab, because he's got high spirit. Excellent. Let's do that, then.
Sir, patient is
Oh,
cured.
we have spent some resources here. Which must be in this, I'm guessing. I didn't think we'd produce that much, but it's gone down by 1,000. We can't have spent all that. We just can't have spent all that. That was at 1,900. I don't believe that we've produced our way on 12-hour shifts through 1,000 freight. Unless sending them guys took some. I didn't see it on the tooltip. It might have done. I might just not have read it. I'm sure what we set the engineer to go and do didn't cost that much. Right, anyway, the medic teams. It's okay, we have people... We have people working everything. It's fine. It's okay. The nurses are fine. The engineers are okay. And the scouts are still out, right? Hang on, what's this? Depot income. We've got 2 good results here. Seems the patient's body is able to fight off the infection. Let's go for decreased cost, because now we do have some issues with supplies, I think. For a thorough examination, I believe the patient's symptoms to be fake, and he is simply trying to avoid deployment and combat. I would like to recommend removing recovery from his schedule and assigning him to service immediately. Shorter rehab or morale rises? I'm going to take the morale rises thing. I want to keep this as high as possible.
Sir, new patient arrived.
I also think he probably wasn't faking the shell shock and everything else as much as the doctor thinks. Right, we've got one guy in critical condition. Luckily, there's a spot right there. And it's in time. And one guy who's in stable condition, who we can put in up here. So I know what I need to do. The engineers have nearly got this done. This is great. I took in people. That was going to cost me. I took in some refugees for morale. It shouldn't have cost me resources, though. There's probably just more mouths to feed. Which the food is actually holding steady on this one at the moment, which is good. Terminal. I can't see them going in anywhere and surviving. Okay. It's a complicated, it's a tiring operation. It's not amazing chance of success. We just have to do that, unfortunately. The stable guy should be good, though. Haven't messed anything up there. We are good, aren't we? So set the rest for there. And I'll put you in for there. We'll try and get those going. He's going to be exhausted after that. He's going to be exhausted after that. He's currently exhausted but needs a rest. That's 4 hours. That's 5 hours. So we'll get started on him sooner. Put him there. Depending on how much is left on this one, of course. Hi, Commander Grados. Nice to see you back. You just joined in. Is this Chapter 2? It is. Yes, we are in Chapter 2 now. I haven't got the amputation upgrades done. We've never amputated anything. I think I would like to have the option, but I try to avoid using it because usually the other outcomes, if the other outcomes are better to go with. It halves the surgery duration. We might have to do that. We haven't had to so far, but it might mean we keep more people alive. So, yeah, it's a good point. It's one of those upgrades that we could probably do with getting. So, camp improvements. We have no orders at the moment. So that should help. I would like the advanced dressing station. So I need 5 drafts for that. And it's going to eat up a ton of freight. Everything now is getting expensive to upgrade. Apart from these. Which give us some nice new options. Possibly for saving people's lives. We got this. So if I can save up enough, we can get a new chemical doctor. I don't know what the term is for those. We've got surgeons. We've got trauma specialists. Physicians. We can have a new physician, which might be good. Housing, we're okay. Production, we definitely need to improve the alcohol. But, I mean, these are expensive upgrades now. Oh, that's what I was going to do. Before we got interrupted by whatever it was. See, that's not an expensive one at all. An extra scout tent would be great. We go to the scout tent.
Sir, new patient arrived.
You had to amputate 50 plus people in your playthrough because your save was totally bugged. That's quite savage. No, well, I mean, I agree, Wealthy. It's pretty amazing I've never been forced to amputate. But at the same time, maybe I would have saved more people if I'd amputated some and got the next one into the operating theatre sooner. I hadn't really thought about it like that before, but it's going to be a thing, isn't it? Send truck. Send truck. Is this guy... No, he's still busy. Okay, let's come out of there. The depot income. I can't send the truck again.
Sir, new patient arrived.
Strange.
Sir.
Strange. Oh. We have a VIP. I left a personal recommendation, so it's this guy. This is Steve Rogers. Really? Where's he from? Oh, he's from the United Kingdom. So he's not that Steve Rogers. I am to inform you that Private Steve Rogers showed an attitude worthy of a soldier and threw himself on a grenade to protect his companions in arms. It sounds like it is that Steve Rogers. Thanks to a steel plate he was wearing, he survived. As such display of bravery is a rare thing, rescuing his life could inspire and boost the morale of all the soldiers in the trenches. I implore you to consider taking steps that will ensure his return to the front lines in the future. Angus Is that supposed to say McFinnigan? Because that's a really odd spelling. Okay, so... Steve Rogers. He doesn't look like the Steve Rogers I'm thinking of. Let's have a look. Ever since a little boy, he had been fascinated with the military. When he was old enough, he tried to enlist to West Point. What, from the United Kingdom? But was unsuccessful. From that point on, he trained himself in paramilitary organisations. When the war came, he enlisted in the military. Well, we've got to save Captain America, haven't we? We've got to save him. That's going to bugger up the rest of my things, though. But he is currently stable. Hey, Leonidas. Oh, what, 52 months? That is awesome. Thank you very much. That is greatly appreciated. How's it going with you, anyway? Are you chilling out now after the Christmas rush in the bike business? I think we can fit him in after this critical guy here.
Thank you for agreeing to my request, sir. I am sure that Private Rogers' return will inspire my men.
We shall try. We need to return him to the front lines, I think it said. So I think we can get him in there. If anything else changes, we'll try and get him in sooner. We've got someone who's good. Wow, okay. You're going to have to rest. Now we might need that amputation thing. And I guess I'm just going to put you on the list at the back there. Yeah, John, you've got quite the list going on there. Wow, it's minus 19 outside with you now. You're in Kansas, right? I did hear about snowstorms hitting that part of the US. So back to your previous topic, the bugged out save. Imagine you've achieved world peace because the Germans stopped attacking and no more patients came, although you couldn't go to chapter 2. It's the first person I've heard of that had a bugged save like that. I've had bugs, but not in the entire save. Okay, that is a big list of people to operate on.
Sir, operation was successful.
Good. Get the next one churned in. It seems we have something bad over there. So, did I get... I didn't get this, did I? This is the thing we need. So, I need to save up 7 drafts, and I think we absolutely have to get that, because clearly these attacks are starting to put big demands on that. So we've got +3 coming from there. I need a +4. He's awesome. They don't have a lot. I think I'm going to do this. And we're going to get that upgrade done. So that's going to be enough for that upgrade. That's what we're doing. And we have to hope we get some more people that we can put in before that
Patient is cured.
arrives. Or some rewards. We might get rewards actually when the scout comes back in 9 hours' time. So this depot
Sir,
income...
operation was successful.
Hang on, let's just put them... Is it the medic team who's exhausted? I've got... Oh, I've got loads who are exhausted. Okay. So, we're going to need... We prefer to work in the advanced dressing station. Will you come out and you go in there? Because they'll provide morale bonuses. These are currently providing morale bonuses. Is he about to go on? He's working 8 in the morning till 8 at night. If he can do another 4 hours, he'll get rested up. Nah, let's turn him out. That's the way to do that, I think. And we'll switch those around. And we'll see if we can do it like that. In the cemetery, people can... There's 10 awaiting burial. I could do with another medic team.
Sir, medics are
Desperately.
on
I do need more medics. I'm tempted to order that, by the way. Although
Sir,
sometimes
medics are on the way.
you get free ones. So, I'm going to
Sir, patient is cured.
try and hold out. I'm going to wait and see what happens when the scout team gets back, because they're coming back with goods for me. Ooh. Pause. Save. We have...
Sir, patient is cured.
an upgrade for Logan Mills. He's a medic team. Yeah, right. So he tires slower. This is brilliant. They perform better at ADS, work better with others, work more efficiently, is not affected by negative traits. Others working with them perform better. I'm not sure. Composed? Works more efficiently? I'll go for that one. I've
Sir,
kind of
medics reach the advanced dressing
got the
station.
position where they work, so... Oh, one died during operations. That's a shame. But probably can't be helped. So, we've still got... There's no wounded there and none in the trenches, it says. That tells me a different story, so I don't know what to believe. Maybe that's a deceased person. No one in the cemetery, that's okay. We can manage that. Seems our diagnosis of this case was very accurate. We could perform a more adjusted procedure instead of a normal one to ensure the operation would run smoother or save some supplies. Just the operation to ease the doctor, because the doctors have a stack of shit going on at the moment. Hey, Kron. Just joining. What did you miss? Nothing too much so far. We've been holding strong today. We need some more medic supplies.